Well, wasn't that a great beginning to Still Finding My Voice? I love that music. I found a creative editor on Fiverr, or composer, actually. His name is Harry Floyd. And boy, did he capture the essence and the spirit of what I wanted to create for Still Finding My Voice. This is a bonus episode. It's a note of gratitude, the voices that encourage mine. This show began as a seed planted by a young lady named Jordan Reynolds. She could have been my daughter. So creative. She invited me onto her podcast. Well, actually, the reality is she sent out an email saying, would anybody like to be on my podcast? And I don't know why, but I raised my hand and I was on her podcast. And after we were finished, she gently suggested that I start my own. And I thought, huh? You gotta be kidding me. But you know what? She was right. That conversation sparked something I couldn't ignore. That feeling deep in my soul, in my knowing, it reaches back to my first dance teacher, Anita Houston, who showed me the beauty of movement and expression. I remember as a 6-year-old taking dance classes at the Parks and Recreation, and every time she would enter the room, I felt taller, more secure, and safe, most of all safe. She is so beautiful and so graceful, such a fabulous woman, even to this day. And to Ricky Lugo, Anita's sister, and my longtime dance teacher, who didn't just teach us to dance, she showed us that this could be a real sustainable career, and we proved that it could be. I remember a funny moment while dancing at Ricky's dance studio. We were part of a dance troupe called Jazz Etc. And the Ricky Lugo Dance Center was in Monrovia, California. And during one of these classes, I was in the bathroom, which is in the main room of the studio. I was, I had to pee really bad, as most dancers do, drinking a lot of water. And I was going to the bathroom, and the music was playing. They were rehearsing. So I thought, okay, I need to hurry up. And all of a sudden, the music stopped, but I was singing to the soundtrack. It was Donna Summer, MacArthur Park. Baby, please, baby, please don't take your love from me. Okay, I'm not a singer. I just wanted to bring back the moment. And when I opened the door, after I flushed the toilet, I opened the door. Everybody was staring at me and they all started clapping. We had to laugh so hard. I was embarrassed, but it was funny at the same time. This was just one mini moment that Ricky created for us dancers as a whole. Just so much fun, and creating this career that would last a lifetime and create lifetime memories was just so rewarding. And to Ricky's late husband, Bill Van Buskirk, such a fabulous man. He was also part of the Jazz Etc. dance crew because he told us secrets and taught us how to audition, put together our resume. He would put together our resumes for us back in the day, type them all up, edit them, and go over them with us. He would talk to us about costumes, what we needed to wear in our auditions, our makeup, our presence to walk in as if we were ready to get the job. And lift a shoulder here, turn your head that way, pull your shoulders back, suck in your tummy. Boy, we always had to suck in our tummy. But you know what? That was the truth of mentorship. Ricky and Bill were like my family at a very young age and molded me into a young woman that felt confident on auditions. I'm so grateful for Ricky and Bill and for their daughters, Toby, Longo, and Tani. Tani has her own Pilates studio in Monrovia, and Toby is the creative director of shows at Disneyland. Thank you so much to all of you for being a part of my life. I'd also like to mention my longtime friend, over 10 years, Dr. Alice Benton. Dr. Alice has been someone who's guided me, challenged me, and offered truth, even when it was hard to hear. She's such a joy. We talk to each other once a week, and boy, we are always laughing. But I tell you, she has so much wisdom. I gained so much strength and confidence after our conversations. One thing that Ricky and Alice both share is an incredible sense of humor. Their humor has always made me feel safe, grounded, and motivated because truth, when paired with laughter, feels more like an invitation instead of judgment. And we need more laughter this day and age and less judgment, that's for sure. I also want to thank the Podcast Lab creator, Jenna Kuchar, for creating a process that made something overwhelming feel simple and doable. I don't know why I said simple. It was anything but simple, but you know what? It is doable. This podcast exists because of that clarity and structure. And my heart's tender right now. I want to thank a moment. Oh, not thank a moment. I want to take a moment to honor Patrice Washington, my mentor and coach, who believed in me before I fully believed in myself. I've never had a business coach, but I've learned so much from Patrice since I met her last year. I met Patrice in May of 2025, and later she became my first ever business coach. Her belief, humor, faith, sincerity, and leadership has changed the way I see myself and the way I envision my future. I have so much hope for myself. At her Redefining Wealth event in 2025, to my surprise, she honored me with the Awakening Award. It was a moment that affirmed not just what I was building, but who I was becoming. The Redefining Wealth community that she's created has given me support, belonging, and courage at exactly the right time in my life. I'm so grateful for all of you. And I also want to honor my longtime friend, Pat Magana. This is where the emotions start to get bigger than I want them to, because she's been such a blessing in my life. We both met in kindergarten. For 56 years, we've been friends. Pat has been a steady presence in my life through laughter and tears. Boy, we've shed a couple tears together. Through growth and through change. Her humor, her loyalty, and friendship have meant more to me than I can fully put into words. Some friendships are chapters, others are anchors. Pat has been an anchor. And you'll hear me talk about Pat and Alice down the road more on this podcast because the people who walk with us through life carry deep wisdom. I'm really grateful for Pat. And finally, if you ever hear me reference permission slips on the show, that language is used in honor of the late Rachel Luna, creator of Permission Slips and author of Permission to Offend. I didn't have the opportunity, unfortunately, to meet Rachel, but I know she was a dear friend and mentor and coach to our community of Redefining Wealth, and especially an aligned friend to Patrice Washington. I truly appreciate what I've learned from her book, Permission to Offend. This podcast is built on all of that wisdom, belief, humor, and encouragement for sure. And I'm so grateful you're here. Let's go ahead and dance ourselves out. Thank you for joining me on Still Finding My Voice. If you enjoyed this bonus episode, please hit like and follow and let all your friends know that I'll be right here waiting for them and for you. Don't forget to stretch because next episode, you never know, we might just do a high kick